Hey techies, welcome back in Tech IVP channel. So techies, in this tutorial we almost cover 60 interview questions which are related to QA interview questions, SDET role, automation testing and the manual and some part of the coding interview and problem solving and agile methodology as well. Okay, and some part of the SQL interview question which are really important for the SDET role. Okay, so let's start and please like, share and subscribe this channel to get more amazing stuff about SDET role interview question. And guys, we are in the part of 7. Previous part we have already covered multiple type of the question like normal question for the beginner and the intermediate respective, but these are all related to the expert level. Okay, so let's start. So the first question is how do you test cookies? Cookies are small text file. Cookies are small text file that contains web visitor information such as website explored, pages visited, visitors IP address to identify already visited user. There are various types of cookies. Okay, session cookies, tracking cookies and authentication cookies. Session cookies, user navigating website actively once they leave particular site. Session cookies. Okay, tracking cookies, used keep to record multiple visits. And authentication cookies, the registered user has logged again in the, and if so, with that name. Authentication cookies. Okay, the next question is, what are stored procedure? Stored procedure in a relation, this is from the database. Okay, what are stored procedure? Stored procedure in relational database uses of parameters, variables and output parameters to design procedure which has data processing in order to incorporate business logic for expected result. Got it? Next question is, how many types of join are available in SQL? So SQL have inner join, left join, right join, full join, self join. Okay, inner join, okay, left join, these are okay, left join, these data all comes. Okay, right join, self join. Okay, this is also called self join, and full join, all data together, full join. Okay, what are DML and DDL commands? Okay, so most of the time interview asks what do you mean by DDL and DML and DDL commands. So if we talk about the DDL is data definition language. DDL is data definition language commands in SQL to create database, schema, constraint, user, tables, etc. DDL commands are used to create, drop, rename and alter. Okay, for this one I will create a separate tutorial in which we have completely cover SQL related interview questions and practically will do some SQL programs. Okay, DML means data manipulation language. Data manipulation language means some user can insert, update or delete data and delete data only. Okay, what is normalization? Normalization in SQL is a process of eliminating unless repeated data from table and show data dependency make sense in final table. Okay, the next one is, what is primary key and foreign key? Important interview question. 100% interviewer asks this question. What do you mean by primary key and what do you mean by foreign key? Okay, so the primary key is a type of constraint. Primary key is a type of constraint applied on particular column value in order to uniquely identify a record row in a table. A column value should have unique, cannot repeat, cannot hold null value. There can only be single primary key database table. And foreign key is a type of constraint applied on column value which already exists as a column in another table with primary key. Means one key already exists in another table is called, this one is your primary key. Okay, and this primary key exists in the another table is called foreign key. Got it? This is called is foreign key. What is RDBMS? RDBMS means relational database management system. So the RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System, which relational database refers to storage of data in structured manner in row and column format. Okay, what is difference between delete and truncate? Most of the time interview asks. This one is not important question, but this one is really important. This one and 146 and 148 important interview question. What is difference between delete and truncate? Delete is DML command, whereas truncate is DDL command. Delete is DML command and truncate is DDL command. Okay, with delete command applied on table, record removed using delete command can be recovered with the rollback command. Using truncate command, record along with the data structure get removed from the database schema without recovering the table again. Okay, so both are the different thing. Okay, so simple answer, delete is DML command, data manipulation language, and DDL and truncate is DDL command, data definition language, which is created by the administrator. Okay, got it. The next question is, what design document you receive from PM? PM means project manager. From project manager. Okay, so low level, high level document are received from the project manager. Okay, what are the documents you created in the design phase? In the design, documents such as low level design, high level design document are created, developed and designed teams exploring or explaining data flow of the application model using the UML diagram. Okay, this one is not much important, but yeah, for the knowledge base, sometime interviewer asks this question, what kind of document you can create in the design phase. Okay, what challenges you faced in the testing so far? Important interview question. Interviewer asks this question, what kind of challenges you face in the once you are performing any testing. So this is a really tricky question. So interviewer wants to know first hand information from you about your weakness in handling difficult or crisis situation. Answering this question is very carefully, like that what is your weakness. You need to keep yourself specific and not lament problem or difficulty or shown any kind of annoyance or hatred. Particulars means here interviewer just want to know about your weakness. What is your weakness? So in that case you can simply answer that, dear sir, ma'am, I'm very keen interested in the quality. Okay, so I only wants to be produce a quality product. So this one is a challenging for me, but same time developer denied to fix the bug. So that is kind of for me to kind of my weakness. So that in that case I have to approach different person. We should be provide a quality product. Okay, so this one is a simple answer. Okay, next one, realizing you won't be able to test everything. How do you decide what do you test first? Okay, there are situations where testing new build allotted a bare minimum time. You are given several tasks or a project to look into. In such case where you cannot able to completely cover all the scenario of the testing, you can focus on main functionality and feature released and check if any critical or blocking defect should not be present in the application. During regression testing, usability, functionality, security, performance and few testing such should be carried out either using a script automatically or to test manually. Okay, so this one is a simple answer. What is SQA? So guys, this one is a new term. In the first tutorial we discussed about the testing, then we discussed about the QA, then we discussed about the QC, and now after that we discuss SDET, and now we are discussing about the SQA. SQA means software quality assurance. Software quality assurance is a set of activity that validate that software begins designed to build meets desired quality measures and specific. Test assurance team has tasks like auditing, training and stakeholder about standard quality and that software should satisfies as per user expectation. Got it? Next one is 154. What are the content of defect report? The content of defect report is which version of the build released, which one the model name, functional name of the tester, and test cases affected mapped on this one. Okay, what is big bang type of the testing? Big bang type testing is integration testing. We already discussed about the integration testing. Top down approach, bottom up approach, we already discussed. So this one is also type of integration testing. Big bang testing type is a multiple model are being tested simultaneously means equally, same time. We can test multiple models same time, which may get affected due to change request or defect if any. This helps exploring software with end-to-end functionality and gives tester an idea about feature including and functionality carried out using the software. Okay. What is traceability matrix and coverage matrix? Traceability matrix and coverage matrix is a document that is mapped. Already we discussed about this one, but you can just focus here. These are the different terms. Okay. Traceability matrix and the coverage matrix is a document that is mapped with the software requirement document that is mapped. Previously we discussed about the requirement traceability matrix, RTM. Okay, this one is a traceability matrix which is mapped in the software requirement document that test case scenario in all single document. The purpose of such document will ensure that the entire requirement has been covered by the test cases and there is no feature or functionality that has been left unchecked. Okay, what is UAT and alpha and beta testing? UAT means user acceptance testing, alpha testing in-house testing, beta testing outside the environment, in the real environment. Okay, got it? UAT, user acceptance testing, is also called alpha testing. Okay, what is the list of OOPS feature? Inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction. These are the feature of. But this question is from the Java side. Program saying this one. I was already created a separate tutorial, Java step by step. I will provide also this link in the description box. You can go through with this one so that you can get better understanding. Okay, what are OOPS concept? What is hotfix? Important interview question most of the time. Interview ask what is hotfix? Hotfix is a work around which can some sort of configuration changes in order to resolve an issue that could occur in running application or server with minimum downtime. What is hotfix? Hotfix is a workaround which can be some sort of configuration, which can be some sort of configuration changes in order to resolve an issue that could occur in running application or server with minimum downtime. Okay. 160. Where exit and entry criteria are written in the test plan. So these are the part of the test plan. Entry criteria, from where we have to start and from where we stop the testing. Okay, so entry criteria written document without referring to which one cannot begin any of SDLC phase. In order to begin SDLC phase, requirement document and complete flow diagram of the application as well as test plan should be ready available. And if we talk about the exit creation detail document that decide moving from current phase of SDLC to next phase. Okay, so this one is the entry from where we have to start. From where we have to start is called entry. And where we stop is called exit. Entry, once we have to start entry is always started once you get the requirement document. Okay, you get SRS, FRD or BRD. This one is your entry. And exit criteria, once all the bugs are fixed, there is no blocker. This one is your exit criteria. Okay, what is a query to update the table? So to update the table is update table name, set column 1 value, column 2 value. Okay, so for this one, for the SQL, I will create a separate tutorial. You can comment so that I can definitely create for you the SQL tutorial step by step, how you can answer the question, how simply you can learn SQL as a QA engineer, and what are the use of database in the QA testing, in the field of testing. What are the limitation of the QA user. Okay, everything we'll discuss in this tutorial. Okay, so you can do comment, and please like, share and subscribe this channel to get more amazing stuff about SDET role interview question. Okay, so the next question is, if there is a mistake in a company logo, what is priority and severity? Justify your answer. We already discussed about the priority and severity. Severity impact your severity impact your functional behavior, and priority impact your business behavior. So logo. So in that case, severity is low and priority, but defect impact greatly branded, identify impact, interacting. So then priority is high. Okay. Here severity is low but priority is high. What is A/B testing? A/B testing is a comparing two versions of same product. Difference in user experience, performance, and any changes that are evident during test. Example, comparison of feature of Microsoft Word 95 and 97. Both are the version of the Microsoft Office, okay, but both are different. It's called A/B testing. What is test-driven development? Test-driven development when requirements are specified to test cases, such as code can be improved or defect in the code can be fixed in order to meet the requirement. Means when a requirement are specified to test case, when some requirement are specified in a test case, in that case such code can be improved, defect in code can be fixed in order to meet the requirement. We can fix the code as per the requirement. Such kind of development is known as test-driven development. Okay, we run the software, we find out the error. Okay, we just share with the developer, so developer fix as per the requirement is called test-driven development. Okay. Next question is 166. Explain error guessing with an example. Based on the testing experience, tester designs their test cases or scenarios, such as methods or tests which are exploratory in nature, in order to locate defect in software guessing. In bug lifecycle, what is a bug lifecycle? Who open the bug? For the bug lifecycle, developer opens the bug raised by the QA. Issue is raised by the QA but opened by the developer. Keep in mind, bug is always opened by the developer. Okay, which was logged in bug management tools by the tester and assigned to respective developer by the development team to fix. Okay. What is compatibility, multi-platform and configuration testing? Compatibility means the specific application is compatible with the different versions or not. Okay, say that suppose we are building a mobile application, so this application is compatible with the version Android version 8 to Android version 15 or not, or with the Samsung mobile, with Oppo mobile, with Realme mobile, with Micromax mobile, with Carbon mobile, etc. Okay. Or if we talk about the web application, suppose Facebook can be able to use Facebook in the Firefox, can we use Facebook in the Chrome browser, can we use Facebook in the Safari browser. Okay, this one is called compatibility testing. Okay, what is session and cookies and what are the difference between them? Okay, cookies and sessions. Okay, cookies are stored only on the client machine. Sessions get stored both client machine and the as well as server. Cookies are independent of the session. Session is dependent on the cookies. Okay, cookies expired based on the lifetime set by the user. Session and when user close browser. Okay, cookie as HTTP stateless protocol. Cookies tracks application using small text file on the user's computer client. Okay, sessions store important information such as user ID on the server and are used to pass data value from the another. Okay, the next question is, what is mutation testing? Mutation testing is that white box testing usually conducted in the unit testing level by changing few statements in source code and validate using debugger. Objective of mutation testing is to access test cases quality based on fault based test strategy that fails mutant. Okay, what is difference between ad hoc and exploratory testing? Ad hoc and exploratory testing. Ad hoc testing is an informal test that can be carried out without referring to the requirement specification document for the application tested. First one. Okay, exploratory test is formal tests that are carried out by experienced software based experience. This one is a experience based. Okay, here carried out without referring the requirement document. Both are the different thing. Okay, based on their previous testing and the expertise there by the test design during the test execution. There is no test or scenario created during the exploratory testing. Okay, but here we can create some test scenario and test cases. Okay, ad hoc test primarily test negative scenario, while exploratory test both positive as well as negative. Okay, the next one is what is difference between HTTP HTTPS. Explain how the data secured in the HTTPS. HTTP is hypertext transfer protocol. When HTTP is in your browser, information in the allocation connection via HTTP protocol is called TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. In order to send receive information data packet over the web, HTTPS is a shorts of the HTTP transfer protocol secure. Here we use secure word. Okay, when you enter HTTP browser in your information connection via protocol over secure connection encrypted security. Okay, have you heard of the agile methodology? Yeah, definitely. In the current market trend, we all work in the agile model. Okay, agile is a process of the framework. Agile is a process or a framework where a small team develop and test customer requirement assigned to them in their priorities, accomplished in the small interval time or agreement with the client representative of the team. Okay, agile is, or in simple word you can say that agile is a incremental model, iterative incremental model. Agile is iterative and incremental model. Guys, for this one on the agile I was already created a separate video. 2 videos I was already created in last usually month of Feb. So I will provide the link in description box. You can check out this video so that you can get better understanding how agile will be work, how many types of the ceremonies are available in the agile, what is burn chart, what is pie chart, what is how to use burn down chart. Okay, so all the things I have to cover, I was covered in these videos. Okay, so you can check out these videos. Okay, so what do you mean by Scrum? Scrum is a term used in the agile environment. Scrum is used in the agile environment of software development where stakeholders that develop product meet daily to discuss about the work and its progress, like task is done, what is being worked upon, what are the difficulty delaying the progress. Scrum meets team member. Okay, backlogs. Scrum is a small part of the agile. So how it work? Agile, Scrum, story, task and subtasks. Otherwise, here is one more thing: sprint. Scrum, sprint, story. Okay, these are the terms. What is epic? Epic is a product feature which has broken down into achievable smaller tasks. Small tasks we all things are covered in detail in these videos. You can go through these videos so that you can get better understanding. Okay, but for the timing you can just take answer here. Epic is a small feature that which are we can broken bigger task into smaller part. Okay, so that we can achieve on time, and this is called story in a sprint interval. Okay, what is product backlog? The product backlog comprises a list of new product feature where we contain the list of feature, what feature we are going to be build. Okay, what feature we have to be build in the future. Okay, the next question is what is burn down report? So burn down report is a pending task from user story during the sprint interval due to any reasonable reason specified by developer against the time interval. Product owner helps to remove impediments due to which task being delayed or left pending. Okay, 179. Have you used any configuration management tool? Yes, you can say that yes, I have assisted with the DevOps we can use DevOps or some tools. Occasionally we have used Chef and the Puppet tools for the configuration management. You can tell that it completely depends on you in which tool you have proficiency. Okay. The next question is, do we always need to do regression testing after retesting? This is important interview question. Means regression testing is every time required? Retesting is required to verify the test cases. Okay, retesting is required to verify that test case failed in the previous release and passed after the defect fix are fixed. But regression testing is mandatory to verify that. So that means regression testing is very mandatory to verify that the change made in the current scenario will not affect the previous working functionality. So in that case, regression testing is required every time. Okay. Next question is, what is web server and which web server do you know? Web server is an infrastructure that uses hypertext transfer protocol to respond client requests over the internet. Its main function to store procedure and deliver web pages request on the website. Okay, and use different protocol: SMTP, simple transfer mail protocol, FTP, file transfer protocol, email, etc. Microsoft Internet IaaS. These are we can use Apache Tomcat and some example of the web server. These are the web server. Okay, but generally this is not important into question. Not most of the time, but sometimes some can ask. Out of 10, you can say that 0.1% interview can ask this type of question. Okay, what is inter-system testing? How do you done that? So first thing about the inter-system testing. Inter-system, when various systems are internally connected with each other and can exchange information as well as process one system with another system in the interface. Real life example is ATM. Real life example is ATM. ATM can exchange information internally. Okay, if you have an account in a State Bank of the India of any branch, you can have SBI debit card. You can need to withdraw cash immediately. You can use ICICI Bank ATM machine near you. You insert SBI debit card, ICICI ATM machine. You can enter credential. The system will internally access SBI server and verify your authentication detail along with the account balance. When you request account to be withdraw, ICICI ATM machine will be dispensed and cash requested. So this one is called inter-system testing. So real-time example is ATM. Means you have a ATM card from the SBI bank. Okay, you have SBI bank ATM card and you inserted it into to withdraw cash in HDFC bank. So there is so that time basically what happened? So that time your HDFC ATM server can internally access SBI server to check your authenticity. You are actual user from the SBI side or not. Okay, so this one is called inter-system testing. Okay, what is a build and what is release? So build is a application compiled, integrated in order to get tested software tester. Okay, release is a deploying software with the new version deployed in the customer in the means production environment. Build is a function. It's not a function of build is a model or a function. Okay, product function. Build is a product. You can say that application. Build is a application. Okay, and if we talk about the release means you have to be deployed in the production environment, in the real environment. This is called release. Okay. Next question, what is production server? Production server is a server used to host website where we can host our website content such as front end page, CSS file, JavaScript file, backend table, SQL files, procedures, etc. This is called production server. What is recovery testing? Recovery testing is test to how quickly an application is recovered after gone through the crash. Okay, it's called recovery testing. How soon it will be recovered. Okay, what are the properties of a good requirement document? So property of the good requirement means SRS. software requirement specification should have feasible, completely explained in the requirement specification document. Then should be single requirement, easily readable, understood, and non-technical people should be understand. Okay. Contain definition, reason, need, why we are building this feature, what exactly the need of this feature, why we are building this feature, when we deploy this feature, what are the business logic on this feature. Okay. Why we are what type of customer we can attract using this feature. Okay, so everything should be considered in this document. Okay, so it's called good requirement document. Okay, what is accessibility testing? Accessibility testing is a subset of usability testing. Okay, is a process of testing amount to ease of using application by disabled individuals based on type of disability. Various tests are carried out on software to check accessibility feature designed specifically for disabled manually or automatically using tool. Objective of the accessibility testing is to listed below. This one is okay to make sure application of the software can be used, disabled person individual can be easy to use. Okay, verify software is compliance with the law informed over requirement of for accessing software by disabled individuals. Okay, to make sure there is no legal action against the software provided in the future. Okay, how can you make your software ready for accessibility? So in that case you can use various tools. Okay, you can use JAWS and NVDA, VoiceOver, window eye. Window eye means this size, this type of eye you see on the password. Mostly you see on the password. You can check, then your password will be visible. Okay, but you can uncheck this one, then your password looks like this one. This is called window eye. Okay, digital video voice record over the brand, like multiple brand. Okay, through this you can make a software ready for accessibility. Okay, what is Jenkins? Jenkins is an open source automation tool. Jenkins is an open source automation tool that helps DevOps to automate, build, test and deploy integration and delivery of the software whenever multiple developer tries to commit his her source code and code is build status will be notified developer such as which commit has been defect in case. Okay, so Jenkins is a automation tool in which we can deploy our source code for the production environment. Okay, Jenkins is a tool that automate continuous integration environment, CI/CD tool. In simple word, Jenkins is a CI/CD tool, continuous integration and continuous development. Okay, the next question, what is insurance? Insurance is a production of the risk management against the unforeseen event such as theft, accident, illness, damage property due to loss of life in the form of some total of the amount by paying and premium for coverage and claim in case of the incident of the maturity. Why this question is here? Because if you are from the fintech domain, so this question is important for you. Or if you are from the insurance company, you are from the, say that previously you are working with a policy bazaar. So interview at the first end interview will ask this question. Okay. The next question is, what are some of the type of insurance? What are the subtype of the insurance? What are some of type of insurance? Some of the insurance, it's totally depends on if you are worked with the insurance domain, then you have to be knowledgeable about this one. Okay. The next question is, how many types of banking you have heard of? Okay, so if you are from the fintech domains, then you have to be retail banking, corporate banking, investment banking, internet banking, net banking, mobile banking. Okay, what is retail banking? Retail banking is a liquidity banking. Okay, so this one is question is just these are totally from your the background or you're from the work experience. Okay, if you have experience with the pharma domain, so the interview asks some question from the pharma side. Okay, if you are from the fintech domain, so interview asks these types of question. what type of banking or what type of what do you mean by retail banking. If you are from the e-commerce side, so then interviewer asks how invoice is processed, okay, how you can uh, how how your order is booked and how you can deliver. So these types of question interviewer ask. Okay, what is net banking? You know, net banking is digital banking. Customer can access his account over the internet via mobile or via website, and he can use OTP, one time password. Okay, this one is called net banking. The next one is name some digital payment platform. PayPal, Visa, Mastercard, Amazon, these are the okay. What entity are present in the healthcare domain? So this one is totally depends on you. If you are from the policybazaar.com, if you have already worked with the policy bazaar, then you are well knowledge about this. Insurer, policy holders, provider, TPA, broker, insurer. Okay, suppose you have previously working with the Birla Sun Life Insurance, so this is important question for you. Okay, the next question is what are the 7 layer of OSI model? OSI model, 7 layer OSI through which data will be transferred: physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. Okay, these are the 7 layers. Next question, what do you mean by protocol? Protocol is a set of rules which cannot be changed. Okay, keep in mind frame. Protocol is a set of rules which cannot be changed. Protocol are a set of rules or procedures that are already agreed the software industry for transmission of data between resistor, capacitor, indicator, and the diodes and transistors of the electronics devices like desktop, laptop, computer, mobile phone, printer, electronic device like digital camera, DVD player, television, etc. So protocol are a set of rules through which data can be transferred from one place to another place is called protocol. Okay. What are various type of e-commerce site? So e-commerce site is B2C and C2C, business to business and customer to customer. Okay, C2C means Amazon. Amazon is B2B. Amazon is type of B2B and C2C, and B2C is also 3 types: B2B, B2C, C2C. Okay, the last question for today's the last question is what are the system integration test type? The system integration test type is Big Bang integration, already we discussed. Top down integration we already discussed. Bottom up integration we already discussed, and sandwich hybrid integration testing, this one is remaining. This will cover in the upcoming tutorial. So I hope guys you enjoy this video and get knowledge about the SDET rule interview question. Okay, so please stay tuned to get more amazing stuff about SDET rule interview question. Goodbye, have a nice day.